Okay, so this is what the next experiment. So first experiment was the combustion tube experiment, where we estimated carbon and hydrogen, right? Then we finished sulfur. We finished sulfur, which is actually third experiment. We finished that yesterday itself. That was estimation of sulfur. So carbon, hydrogen, and sulfur, these three combustible elements are now finished. Okay, numerical problems also been solved. So let us see how to estimate nitrogen, which is present in coal. Okay, so nitrogen is actually not combustible. It is not contributing towards calorific value, but its percentage or accurate percentage determination is important, because finally we calculate oxygen, and that oxygen is being determined by subtracting sum of the percentages of carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, nitrogen, and ash. Okay, we subtract some of these percentages from 100. So that is what percentage of oxygen. There is no separate experiment for oxygen percentage determination. Okay, so for that purpose we need to determine nitrogen, and this is again tedious step, right? So various methods are available. So in our syllabus we have Geldal's method. Name of the method is Geldal's method. Okay. The objective question may be asked on the name of the method also. So now, in this case, the methodology involved is already, taught to you. So last semester, we studied determination of saponification value of oil. I think not saponification value. Sorry, uh, I think COD value. COD, chemical oxygen demand. Right, in under water module, we studied how to estimate chemical oxygen demand, COD, if you remember, COD of sewage value, to find out the extent of water pollution, right? Same methodology is to be followed in this case for determination of nitrogen. So in that case, if you remember, we studied there are two types of titrations: blank titration and back titration. Okay, so blank titration minus back titration, that value we use in our calculation. So here also we need to perform blank titration and back titration. That's all. Okay. So let us see how to get it done. So basic idea behind this method is, so see, in case of carbon and hydrogen estimation, what we did, we converted carbon present in coal into carbon dioxide. Hydrogen present in coal is converted into water vapors, and we measured their weights. Weight of CO2 we expressed in terms of percentage of carbon. Weight of H2O we expressed in terms of percentage of hydrogen. Okay. In case of sulfur also, sulfur present in coal is converted finally into BaSO4 precipitate, barium sulfate precipitate. Okay, and we measured weight of BaSO4, and that weight of BaSO4 is being converted or expressed in terms of percentage of sulfur. Okay, so every time we convert these elements which are present in coal into particular compound, okay, and that compound is measurable, like amount is measurable. The elements initially they are not measurable. We cannot measure amount of carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, nitrogen directly from a coal. Okay, so we convert them into molecule or another compound, and we measure that quantity of that compound produced. Okay, so here also we convert nitrogen which is present in coal into ammonia gas. Okay, and then we measure amount of ammonia produced. Okay, so that is what the basic idea. Nitrogen present in the coal is converted into ammonia, and ammonia is major. Amount of ammonia is major. Let us see how to get it done. So this is what the first step in this experiment, Geldahl's method. A known weight of coal, maybe 1 gram, 2 gram, whatever, is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid, which is reagent, and copper sulfate, which is catalyst, and K2SO4. This is one more salt added to raise the boiling point, to maintain the boiling mixture. So these three compounds are added to a known quantity of coal in a round bottom flask. Round bottom, a glass flask. You might have seen in the chemistry laboratory. We have this flask with us. Okay, so everything is taken in round bottom flask, and that round bottom flask is connected to the distillation assembly. Okay, means condenser, basically connected with the condenser. Okay, we call it as a distillation assembly, condenser, where vapors they are converted, okay, into liquid. So that is not important for you. So what you should understand is known weight of coal and H2SO4, KCuSO4, K2SO4 are taken together in a round bottom flask connected with reflux condenser, okay, and heated. This mixture is heated to reflux. Reflux means what? Boiling point of sulfuric acid. Boiling point of liquid present in the mixture. Okay, that temperature we maintain and we keep it on boiling. Okay, so in this case what will happen is initially the color is dark color. Okay, but when nitrogen present in coal is completely converted into ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4, okay, then it becomes colorless. That indicates the end of reaction or completion of reaction. You understand? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to take known weight of coal, okay, in a round bottom flask, add H2SO4, concentrated of course, copper sulfate, K2SO4, heat the mixture till it becomes colorless. So initially it is dark, you have to heat it. It may take half an hour, maybe 1 hour, okay, depends on quantity of coal and nitrogen present in it. So heat it till it becomes colorless. So when it becomes colorless, means from dark to colorless, it ensures the complete conversion of nitrogen into ammonium sulfate. So our aim is to convert nitrogen present in coal into ammonium sulfate in the first step. Okay, so that is the first step, conversion of nitrogen into ammonium sulfate. But ultimately we have to convert nitrogen into ammonia. So in the first step we convert nitrogen into ammonium sulfate. We cannot convert it directly to ammonia gas. You understand? Now this mixture, whatever mixture we have, colorless mixture having ammonium sulfate, is then transformed into another round bottom flask, okay, and heated with 40% NaOH. Okay, so this mixture is then heated with 40%, very strong NaOH, when ammonium sulfate is converted into ammonia. So ultimately we have ammonia gas with us. Okay, so nitrogen present in coal is finally converted into ammonia. Now we have to measure amount of ammonia, but it's very difficult to measure ammonia amount directly because it is gas. We cannot measure its weight. Okay, so what we should do is the same idea what we did in the COD experiment, right? We will perform blank and back experiment. Okay, now this ammonia evolved in the second step. It is absorbed, that ammonia evolved is allowed to absorb in known volume or known excess of standard H2SO4. Standard H2SO4 means H2SO4 with known normality, maybe 0.1 normal, 0.2 normal, 0.5 normal, whatever. So known volume of H2SO4 is actually kept aside. Okay, and whatever ammonia evolved, that ammonia is allowed to pass into it. Okay, means through that through that condenser and connector. Okay, that ammonia evolved from the mixture is directly passed into known quantity of H2SO. Okay, so what will happen when ammonia gas is passed into H2SO4 known excess, माहिती है आपल्याला 50 ml, 50 ml, say 100 ml, whatever. We know the initial amount of H2SO4 and its normality also because it is standard, right? So ammonia is allowed to pass into H2SO4. So here there is neutralization reaction because ammonia being base and sulfuric acid being acid, they will react with each other and there is neutralization. So what exactly will happen is ammonia will neutralize some amount of H2SO4, not all amount, because we have already taken excess amount. Okay, amount required that actual neutralization. थोडे जास्त आपण घेतले अंदाजाने, ठीक आहे, अंदाजे घेतले पण माहिती एक्झॅक्ट माहिती आहे आपल्याला किती घेतली. So some amount of H2SO4 reacted. Some amount of H2SO4 reacted with ammonia. Okay, ammonia starts coming into it, so it starts neutralizing. Okay, so whatever amount reacted with ammonia, that we don't know. अमोनिया बरोबर किती अमाऊंट रिॲक्ट झाली, समजा 100 ml आपण H2SO4 घेतलं होतं, तर अमोनिया बरोबर किती H2SO4 रिॲक्ट झालं हे आपल्याला डायरेक्ट सांगू शकत नाही आपण. ओके, 10 ml झालं, 20 ml झालं, that depends on quantity of ammonia. So we don't know amount of ammonia, so how can we predict amount of H2SO4 reacted? That we cannot predict directly, but we can determine it by titration. म्हणून काय म्हटलंय, the unreacted H2SO4 is then determined by titration with standard NaOH. Okay, so whatever H2SO4 we have at the end of experiment, means after complete absorption of ammonia, whatever H2SO4 we have is directly titrated against NaOH. So NaOH is kept in the burette and it is titrated. Okay, so this is called as a back titration reading, or this is called as a back titration. Whatever amount of NaOH required for unreacted H2SO4 is called as a back titration reading. You understand? So that is back titration reading. Now we need a blank titration reading. Now blank means what? Something which is having nothing. Okay, blank म्हणजे काय, त्याच्यामध्ये कोल नाही आहे. बॅक मध्ये कोल होता, known quantity. A blank titration is carried out without using coal. Coal is not used, but remaining steps are same. Remaining steps are same means what? Addition of concentrated H2SO4, CuSO4, K2SO4, same quantity added. Okay, फक्त कोल घेतला नाहीये, एवढ्या क्वांटिटीला हीट केलं. What will happen? Kaustubh Sawant, खूप लेट आहेस. Okay, so blank titration is carried out without using coal, which is corresponding to total amount of H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia. So meaning of this is, see, in blank titration we will not use coal. Okay, otherwise we will follow same steps. Means what? First we will heat H2SO4, CuSO4, K2SO4 in round bottom flask. Now since there is no coal, there is no nitrogen, so whole amount of this H2SO4 will remain as it is. There is no change because no ammonium sulfate will be produced. Okay, now this mixture when treated with same amount of 40% NaOH, what will happen? Nothing will happen. No ammonia will be produced because there was no nitrogen, there was no coal, no nitrogen, no ammonium sulfate. No ammonium sulfate means no ammonia. So whole H2SO4 will remain as it is. Okay, now since there is no ammonia, the whole H2SO4 that we will take in similar quantity we will take to absorb ammonia. Okay, similar to back titration, we will take same amount of H2SO4 to absorb ammonia. Now ammonia is not produced, so whole amount of H2SO4 will remain as it is. So that is called as a blank titration reading. So we can say blank titration reading is equal to total amount of H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia in both the experiment. दोन्ही एक्सपेरिमेंट मध्ये ब्लँक असो ना बॅक असो, at the end of the experiment we need H2SO4 for absorption of ammonia. So blank reading means what? Basically it is total amount of H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia, and back reading means what, or back titration reading means what? Amount of H2SO4 not reacted with ammonia. Okay, amount of H2SO4 not reacted with ammonia. बघा तुम्हाला काय कळतं का? परत सांगतो तुम्हाला बॅकचं काय आहे ते. बघा बॅक मध्ये काय करतो आपण, वी टेक known quantity of coal, okay, we heat it with sulfuric acid, CuSO4, K2SO4 till it becomes colorless. That means nitrogen present in coal is converted into ammonium sulfate. Now same mixture is treated with 40% NaOH. When ammonium sulfate is converted into ammonia. Now ammonia is evolved. So to measure its quantity, we allow to pass it into known volume of standard H2SO4. Known excess of standard H2SO4. Barabar? So now this ammonia is allowed to pass into H2SO4. So what will happen? Some amount of H2SO4 is reacted with ammonia. Okay, but we are not interested in, actually we are interested in what amount is reacted with ammonia, but that cannot be determined directly. So what we will determine is amount which is not reacted. जे H2SO4 असंच राहिलंय ना, ते आपण काढू शकतो. कसं? By titration with NaOH. Simply titrate against NaOH, having same normality, you will come to know amount of H2SO4 unreacted. म्हणून म्हटले unreacted H2SO4 is then determined by titration with standard NaOH, and this is called as a back titration reading. Back titration reading म्हणजे काय? Amount of H2SO4 unreacted, not reacted with ammonia. Okay. आता blank म्हणजे काय? Blank means total amount of H2SO4. Because in case of blank experiment, we don't use coal. So coal is not used, but all steps, similar steps are followed. Okay, so no coal, no nitrogen, no ammonia will be produced. So amount of H2SO4, excess H2SO4 kept for absorption of ammonia will remain as it is. No neutralization. So that is called as a blank titration reading. Okay. मला मग काय करायला पाहिजे? Blank titration reading means total amount of H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia. Back titration reading means total amount of H2SO4 not reacted with ammonia. Okay. So if I subtract back from blank, म्हणजे blank minus back is equal to what? Can somebody tell me? Blank minus back मग काय असेल? Total amount of H2SO4 minus H2SO4 unreacted. Total minus unreacted म्हणजे काय? कोण सांगेल का? Blank reacted. Absolutely correct. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Okay. So total amount of H2SO4 means blank titration reading, and back titration reading means amount of H2SO4 unreacted. So total minus not reacted म्हणजेच काय? reacted. तेच आपल्याला पाहिजे. Total amount of H2SO4 reacted with ammonia. So we determine it indirectly, because directly it is not possible. Okay. एकदा रिॲक्ट झालं माहिती आपल्याला कळू शकत नाही, मग आपण इनडायरेक्टली काढतो, अनरिएक्टेड क्वांटिटी काढतो आणि टोटल मधून त्याला सबट्रॅक्ट करतो. सो टोटल मायनस अनरिएक्टेड म्हणजेच रिॲक्टेड, अँड दॅट क्वांटिटी वी नीड. सो अमाउंट ऑफ H2SO4 reacted is then expressed as percentage of nitrogen, because that is actual amount of ammonia evolved. You understand? Amount of H2SO4 reacted is actually amount of ammonia produced during the experiment. Okay, so I hope you understood this. It is similar logic, or logic which we use for COD experiment in water module. Blank minus back is total minus unreacted म्हणजेच reacted. आता हे तुम्हाला न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लेम सोडवताना हे तुम्हाला कळायला पाहिजे, कारण ते न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने डेटा देऊ शकतात. ठीक आहे. So now see the formula for nitrogen. The percentage of nitrogen can be determined directly, 1.4. Okay, 1.4 into normality. Okay, this is actually normality of NaOH, but if NaOH normality is not given, you refer normality of H2SO4 or whatever acid given in the problem, but normality, okay, into amount of ammonia produced. So this is very important part. मगाशी आपण जे काही केलं एवढ्या स्टेप्स ब्लँक केलं, टायट्रेशन, बॅक टायट्रेशन वॉज डन, everything was done for what? A determination of amount of ammonia produced by the particular quantity of coal. Okay, so that should be multiplied divided by weight of coal. Okay, so this is what the formula 1.4. Okay, this is what the equivalency into normality. Now how this formula derived? Okay, that will not be asked. Okay, so 1.4 into normality into amount of ammonia produced upon weight of coal. So that can also be written as 1.4 into normality into amount of ammonia produced. त्याऐवजी मी काय लिहू शकतो? Can somebody tell me? Amount of ammonia produced means what? कोण सांगू शकतो का? Amount of ammonia produced म्हणजे काय? Experiment ऐकून. Amount of ammonia produced means हाँ? बोल ना, बरोबर आहे, बोल. Amount of बोल ना.
बॅक मायनस ब्लँक.
करेक्ट. ब्लँक मायनस बॅक म्हणजेच काय? अमाऊंट ऑफ H2SO4 रिॲक्टेड. ओके, ब्लँक मायनस बॅक, बरोबर सांगितलं, व्हेरी गुड. अमाऊंट ऑफ अमोनिया प्रोड्युसेस ब्लँक रिडिंग म्हणजे टोटल H2SO4 मायनस बॅक म्हणजे अनरिॲक्टेड H2SO4. ब्लँक मायनस बॅक म्हणजे टोटल मायनस अनरिॲक्टेड म्हणजे रिॲक्टेड. ओके, सो दॅट कॅन ऑल्सो बी रिटन ॲज अमाऊंट ऑफ H2SO4 रिॲक्टेड. ब्लँक मायनस बॅक म्हणजे काय? अमाऊंट ऑफ H2SO4 रिॲक्टेड. सो दिस इज व्हॉट द फॉर्म्युला. Okay, there may be straightforward I mean problem. They may give direct amount of ammonia, they may give in terms of blank minus back, okay, separately, or they may give amount of H2SO reacted. So accordingly you have to solve. Okay, so let us solve one problem. You write down 3.2 3.2 gram of coal, sorry, 3.2 gram of coal means weight of coal is given. The weight of coal is equal to 3.2 gram. Okay, 3.2 gram of coal was heated in Geldhal's flask. Was heated in Geldhal's flask. KJELDAHL apostrophe S. Geldhal's flask. KJELDAHL apostrophe S. Geldhal's flask. 3.2 grams of coal was heated in Geldhal's flask. हर्षद मुसळे, किती लेट आहेस? अटेंडन्स लावणार नाही. So we have the weight of coal 3.2 grams. Okay, so 3.2 gram of coal was heated in Geldhal's flask, and ammonia evolved was absorbed ammonia evolved, and ammonia evolved was absorbed in 40 ml, 40 ml of 40 ml of 0.5, 0.5 normal H2SO4, 0.5 normal H2SO4 sulfuric acid. Full stop. After absorption, the excess acid required, after absorption, the excess acid required 16 ml, 16 ml of 16 ml of 0.5 normal, 0.5 normal KOH for neutralization, for neutralization. Full stop. Full stop. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. I repeat, 3.2 grams of coal was heated in Gildahl's flask, and ammonia evolved was absorbed in 40 ml of 0.5 normal H2SO4. Full stop. After absorption, the excess acid required 16 ml of 0.5 normal KOH for neutralization. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. This is the way numerical problems are asked, or then we can say this is the first or one possibility on Gildahl's experiment. So our aim is to find out percentage of nitrogen. So what data we need? We need amount of ammonia produced. So you just find out amount of ammonia given or not. Not given. Okay. So if it is not given, then you should see whether amount of amount of ammonia reacted with acid, that is given or not. That is also not given directly. So what else is given? Then you should see whether blank and back are given or not. Blank reading, back reading. So blank, back words directly not given. Okay. So you have to interpret it. You have to correlate them. Okay. Now what is the meaning of blank reading? Okay. So blank reading means total amount of H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia. And back means what? Blank is what? Blank is what? Sorry. Back म्हणजे काय सांगितलं मगाशी मी? Unreacted H2SO4. Blank म्हणजे काय? Total H2SO4. And back म्हणजे काय? Unreacted. Okay. So you just find out whether these are there or not. So blank is directly not given. So we need basically blank reading. Weight of coal is given directly. So blank reading. That is should be given. That should be given, but that is not given. So what is another meaning? Total H2SO4. Total H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia. That is blank reading. And back means what? Back reading. Back reading is equal to, that is not given. So another meaning of back reading is unreacted H2SO4. Unreacted H2SO4. हे तुम्हाला कळायला पाहिजे. ओके. सो ब्लँक रेडिंग तर दिलं असेल किंवा टोटल H2SO4 दिलं असेल किंवा बॅक रेडिंग दिलं असेल किंवा अनरिएक्टेड H2SO4. ओके. So these both are expressed in terms of alkali, KOH or NaOH. In this case, KOH is used. The little difference. Okay. शकतो, पण त्याने काही फरक पडत नाही. आपण KOH वापरू शकतो किंवा NaOH सुद्धा वापरू शकतो. Okay, so now total H2SO4 is given because 3.2 grams of coal was heated in Delza's flask and ammonia evolved was absorbed in 40 ml of 0.5 normal H2SO4. So it is given. Okay, so 40 ml. Total H2SO4 is 40 ml. Total H2SO4 used to absorb ammonia is 40 ml and its normality is 0.5. Okay. Then back reading means unreacted. So unreacted word is not there, but excess word is there. Excess means what? Unreacted. So excess after absorption, the excess acid required 16 ml. Okay, 16 ml of 0.5 normal KOH. Okay, so we have now blank reading and back reading. So actually, see, if you look at this figure, this 40 ml is actually 40 ml of 0.5 normal H2SO4. Okay, and that is equal to again 40 ml of 0.5 normal NaOH. We have this many KOH घेतले आपण, म्हणजे KOH. Okay, there is a confusion होऊ नये. But this 16 ml is directly given 16 ml of 0.5 normal KOH. So your blank reading is 40 ml of 0.5 normal KOH and back reading is 60 ml of 0.5 normal KOH. Okay, because these two are equivalent, you know. By N1 even we can have this value. So we have required data with us. So percentage of nitrogen is equal to 1.4 into normality into the bracket blank reading minus back reading, okay, divided by the weight of coal. So here into 100 factor is not there. In case of carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, in all three cases, if you observe, into 100 factor is there. Okay, but in this case, in case of nitrogen, that factor is not there. This is common mistake students usually make. Okay, so 1.4 into normality into blank minus back, that is amount of ammonia produced or amount of acid reacted with ammonia. You can say anything. Okay, or total minus unreacted, total minus excess, whatever. Okay, meaning you can take, no problem. Divided by weight of coal. So that is equal to 1.4 into normality is now 0.5. It is now straightforward. Into blank reading is 40 minus back reading is 16. Blank minus back divided by weight of coal 3.2. You just calculate this. चला किती आला वेळ
Sir, 5.25.
5.25. This is very simple. Okay, 5.25%. Right. Okay. So amount of nitrogen is 5.25. So calculation part is very simple. Experiment part is tedious, but that you don't have to perform, right, in the laboratory. Okay. So you will be given required data. You just have to take on paper very properly, carefully, and substitute in the formula. In all cases, carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, nitrogen, whatever. तुमचं काम सोपं आहे, तुम्हाला एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म करायचं नाहीये. एक्सपेरिमेंटला या 3-4 तास लागतात. ठीक आहे. So this is the one possibility. Take down another possibility. 1 gram, write down, 1 gram of coal sample, 1 gram of coal sample was used for determination of nitrogen. Was used for determination of nitrogen. Determination of nitrogen by Geldahl's method. I repeat, 1 gram of coal sample was used for determination of nitrogen by Geldahl's method. By Geldahl's method. The ammonia evolved. The ammonia evolved was passed into 50 ml. 50 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4. The ammonia evolved was passed into 50 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4. H2SO4. Normal H2SO4. To stop, the unreacted acid then required. The unreacted acid then required. The unreacted acid then required 42 ml. 42 ml. 42 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH. 0.1 normal NaOH for neutralization. The excess acid then required, the unreacted acid then required 42 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH for neutralization. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. So I repeat, 1 gram of coal sample was used for determination of nitrogen by Geldahl's method. The ammonia evolved was passed into 50 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4. The excess acid then, the unreacted acid then required 42 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH for neutralization. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. But this problem is similar to previous one, so you just solve it at homework at home. We will take another problem. Okay, or next possibility. This is similar possibility. Okay. Write down problem number 3. Problem number 3. आताचा प्रॉब्लेम तुम्ही घरी सोडवा, तो सेम आहे, कळलं? Problem number 3, 1.5 gram of coal sample. 1.5 gram of coal sample was analyzed. Was analyzed for nitrogen content. Was analyzed for nitrogen content by Geldahl's method. By Geldahl's method. by Geldas method, full stop. The liberated ammonia required 14 ml 14 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4, 14 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4 solution for neutralization. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. I repeat, 1.5 gram of coal sample was analyzed for nitrogen content by Geldas method. Full stop. The liberated ammonia required 14 ml, means 14 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4 solution for neutralization. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen. Okay. So let us take down the required data or given data. So here weight of coal is given. Weight of coal is equal to 1.5 grams. Okay. So what else we need? We need blank reading and back reading, or we need total amount of H2SO4 and unreacted H2SO4. Okay. So you just find out whether it is given or not. So it is not given. Nothing is given. Nothing, no blank word is there, no back word, no total H2SO4, right? No unreacted or excess H2SO4. All these familiar words are not there. So what should be done? बोला त्या केस मध्ये काय करायला पाहिजे? कोण सांगेल का? त्या केस मध्ये काय दिलंय? There is no blank. Blank दिले का? Blank reading not given directly. Back reading not given directly. So what is given? काय म्हटलं त्यांनी? The liberated ammonia required 14 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4 असं म्हटलंय. म्हणजे काय दिलंय? एक्सपेरिमेंट मध्ये वाचून बघा. The liberated ammonia required 14 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4 solution for neutralization असं दिलंय. म्हणजेच काय दिलंय? काय दिलंय आपल्याला? डायरेक्टली त्यांनी H2SO4 reacted दिलंय. काय दिलंय? H2SO4 reacted with ammonia हे दिले आपल्याला. अमोनिया बरोबर H2SO4 किती रिॲक्ट झालाय तेच दिलंय त्यांनी. किती दिलंय? 14 ml. Okay, so that H2SO4 reacted means what? Reacted means what? Total H2SO4 minus unreacted or excess unreacted H2SO4. Total means what? Blank minus unreacted means what? Back. What does it mean? Any blank minus back direct delay. They have given blank minus back as a 14 ml of what normal? 0.1 normal H2SO4. You need to understand this. So blank minus back is directly given. कळलं तुम्हाला? काय म्हटलं त्यांनी? Amount liberated ammonia required 14 ml of 0.1 normal H2SO4 असं म्हटलं. लिबरेटेड जो अमोनिया इव्हॉल्व झाला त्याला 14 ml लागलं 0.1 नॉर्मल H2SO4. म्हणजे काय त्यांनी डायरेक्टली काय दिलं? त्यांनी अमोनिया रिॲक्टेड विथ ऍसिड हे दिले त्यांनी रिॲक्टेड क्वांटिटी. आता रिॲक्टेड क्वांटिटी म्हणजे काय? टोटल H2SO4 मायनस अनरिॲक्टेड. टोटल म्हणजेच ब्लँक आणि अनरिॲक्टेड म्हणजे बॅक. सो पर्सेंटेज ऑफ नायट्रोजन यू कॅन कॅल्क्युलेट बाय दिस वे. 1.4 into normality into, now in this case normality of H2SO4. नॉर्मलिटी इंटू ब्लँक मायनस बॅकच्या ऐवजी काय म्हटलं पाहिजे ते H2SO4 रिॲक्टेड म्हणायला पाहिजे, म्हणजेच ब्लँक मायनस बॅक, टोटल मायनस रिॲक्टेड, सॉरी टोटल मायनस अनरिॲक्टेड हे आपल्याला दिलंय, ब्लँक मायनस बॅक and divide by weight of coal आपल्याला दिले. Okay, so that can be easily now calculated. So that is equal to, I will write over here, therefore percentage of nitrogen is equal to 1.4, will remain as it is, into normality is 0.1. Okay, normality of acid in this case 0.1 into blank minus back, which is directly given, possible, divided by weight of coal is 1.5. That is. So it becomes 1.4 है, 1.4 into 0.1 normality, right, into this 14 means amount of ammonia produced, or you can say reacted, ammonia reacted with acid, or blank minus back, directly given, 1.5. It becomes 1 point किती आला, लिहून घ्या हे प्रॉब्लेम, ही दुसरी पॉसिबिलिटी आहे. बोला किती आलं,
1.316.
1.316, correct. So it's a 1.316, बरोबर आहे. Very simple. 1.31 is the percentage of nitrogen. Okay, so you should read problem properly and you should understand actual experiment. Okay, so accordingly you have to modify the formula. That's all. Otherwise it's very simple. Okay, आणि जी आता टेस्ट असेल नेक्स्ट वीक मध्ये जी टेस्ट असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा प्रॉब्लेम विचारणार. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे तुमचे 7 क्वेश्चन्स असणार, ते ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह असणार आहेत, आणि 8 असणार ते सब्जेक्टिव्ह. पण सब्जेक्टिव्ह मध्ये मी थेरी नाही विचारणार, प्रॉब्लेम्स विचारणार फ्युलवरचे, म्हणजे आपण ऑलरेडी केलेले आहे आतापर्यंत. म्हणजे आजपर्यंत जेवढं असेल तेवढं सिलेबस असेल. ठीक आहे, तुमच्या टेस्टसाठी. झालं लिहून सगळ्यांचं? Okay, so it is 12:14, I think. Yeah, 12:14. So we should stop here. So